Let's look at drawing linear graphs. Linear graphs are straight line graphs. So sometimes you might be asked to complete a table and draw the graph from your table of values. So you're given an equation, which in this case is y equals 4x minus 4. We're going to draw a graph of that equation. So that equation gives us a relationship between x and y. So y is equal to 4 times whatever x is, take away 4. We have our x values on the top row of our table, and we will use these to generate the y values. So we know y equals 4x minus 4. So when x is 3, if I substitute it into the equation, for ease, you can just type it straight into your calculator. 4 times 3, take away 4 is 8. When x is 2, substitute that into the equation. 4 times 2, take away 4 is 4. When x is 1, 4 times 1, take away 4 is 0. 4 times 0, take away 4, negative 4. 4 times negative 1, take away 4 is negative 8. And 4 times negative 2, take away 4 is negative 12. Once we've generated our values, we can now plot them on the graph. So 3, 8, 2, 4, 1, 0, 0, negative 4, negative 1, negative 8, and negative 2, negative 12. Then we simply join our crosses to form a straight line. The questions can get a little bit more complicated, but just to check your understanding so far, have a go at this question. Okay, so for our table of values, here's our equation, y equals 1 minus 2x, x is 3. So in our calculator, we just simply type 1 minus 2 times 3, which is negative 5. We're given when x is 2, y is minus 3. So when x is 1, 1 take away 2 times 1 is negative 1. 1 take away 2 times 0 is 1. And 1 take away 2 times negative 2 is 5. You can always tell if you've made a mistake on these because when you plot your points, they don't form a straight line. So you've got 3, negative 5, 2, negative 3, 1, negative 1, 0, 1, negative 1, 3, and negative 2, 5. Okay, now sometimes you're not given a table. It just says on the grid, draw the graph y equals half x plus 1. If you're ever in this situation, you need to draw your own table. You can use all of these values for your x values, but I just use a few of them and then just draw my line a bit longer. So I'm going to use 0, 1, 2 for my x values. So if x is 0, half times 0 plus 1 is 1. Half times 1 plus 1 is 1.5. Half times 2 plus 1, 2. So 0, 1, 1, 1.5, and 2, 2. But just make sure you draw your line all the way through your grid. There we go. There's the graph of y equals a half x plus 1. Okay, have a go at this one yourself maybe. Put me on pause, unpause when you're done. So it's up to you. You may have just chosen a few points or you may have chosen all your values along your x-axis. I'm going to use 0, 1 and 2 again. So it doesn't matter which side of the table you start on. 2 times 2, take away 3 is 1. 2 times 1, take away 3 is negative 1. And here we'd have negative 3. So 2, 1, 1, negative 1, 0, negative 3. And your graph should look something like this. Okay. For each equation, complete the table of values and draw its graph for values of x. Now, what's different about this one? If you'll see, we have the equation x plus y equals 3. All the other questions, y was a subject. So before we even attempt to work out your values of x, we're going to make y the subject. So you might want to watch the video changing the subject if you're a bit rusty on this topic. So we want to leave y by itself, bring everything else over to the other side. So we're going to take x off both sides, which leaves us as y equals 3 take away x is our equation. So here x is 3, so y is equal to 3 take away 3, 0. 3 take away 2, 1. 3 take away 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3, 0, 2, 1, 1, 2, and oh, sorry, 0, 3. Confused for a second. And minus 1, 4. All good. We're all good. And join my crosses with a straight line here. Okay. Have a go at this one yourself, maybe. There's 3 more questions like this. So it's up to you whenever you feel confident to start having a go yourself. So how do I make x a subject here? Y the subject rather. I need to take 2x off both sides. So y is equal to 4, subtract 2x. Let me fill in the table. I'm going to start from the end. 4 minus 2 times 3, negative 2. 4 minus 2 times 2, 0. 4 minus 2 times 1, 2. 4 minus 2 times 0. 4 minus 2 times negative 1, 6. So 3, negative 2. 2, 0. 1, 2. 0, 4. Negative 1, 6. And let's join up those points. There we go. Okay, for this one, we don't have a table and y is not the subject. So let's make y the subject first. Let me take a x off both sides. So 2y is equal to minus 2, take away x. Now we're going to divide both sides by 2. So y is equal to minus 2, take away x, all over 2. Now we're going to use that equation to fill in my table, which I'm not drawing yet. I'm going to choose 0, 1 and 2. So we have minus 2, take away 2, all over 2 is negative 2. Minus 2, take away 1, all over 2, negative 1.5. Minus 2, take away 0, all over 2 is negative 1. So we have 2, negative 2, 1, negative 1.5, and 0, negative 1. Let's join this up to make a nice straight line here. Okay, and last question. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Here, we've got a minus y. I want a positive y, so I'm going to add y to both sides first. And then I'm going to get rid of my 4 by taking it off both sides. Okay, table of values. 0, 1 and 2. So y is equal to 2x minus 4. That is my equation. So 2 times 2, take away 4, 0. 2 times 1, take away 4, minus 2. 2 times 0, take away 4, negative 4. So 2, 0, 1, negative 2, 0, negative 4. Let's join up our points to make up a straight line. Okay, that's drawing linear graphs. Maybe have a look at some of the other questions, the other topics on graphs, for example, quadratic graphs or cubic and reciprocal graphs.